Chilmark Estates is a unique opportunity for an entrepreneurial purchaser to acquire a freehold former 64-acre RAF air munitions storage facility in the heart of the Wiltshire countryside, 3 miles away from the popular village of Tisbury and 13 miles west of Salisbury. The current owner has managed and developed the property over the last 20 years. It now comprises a collection of income-producing office, industrial and workshop buildings generating a rental income of around £230,000 a year. The property also benefits from mineral rights over adjoining land. However, it's the potential to create new commercial and residential buildings by undertaking building renovation and development, which offers a new owner the opportunity to generate additional rental income and increase the capital value of Chilmark Estates, which is so appealing. This tour begins by flying through the main entrance to the property, over buildings 1 to 8 and the container yard. These buildings are a mix of office and industrial/workshop buildings, which have residential conversion potential. The container yard site to the north of this group of buildings could be developed for a small industrial/storage unit scheme. From behind Building 2 is access to a mine from which the famous Chilmark stone, used in the restoration of Salisbury Cathedral, can still be extracted. Just to the southeast of the main group of buildings we have just seen is the former RAF Officers' Mess, now let on a short-term basis. The mess building sits alongside the dilapidated Quarry Cottage. Quarry Cottage could be renovated and brought into residential use, either for letting or sale. Of perhaps greater interest is the potential to demolish the Officers' Mess and replace it with a single large 6,000 square foot house sitting in its own self-contained 10-acre site. This part of Chilmark Estates is self-contained and operates as a stone processing facility. Building 22 is opposite the main entrance to Chilmark Estates and is currently used as an office. Due to its setback roadside location, it could be converted to an attractive residential property. Just south of Building 22 is a 0.8-acre hard-standing site and an empty building. The site could be developed for up to 8 small industrial/workshop units, similar to those which have been developed at the southern end of Chilmark Estates and which we'll see later in this tour. We now fly south over the middle part of the overall property. The proof yard is so called because this is where munitions were proofed by the RAF during and after the war. There are a collection of 9 empty buildings which have the potential to convert to holiday lets, or, as a much cheaper option, be brought back to life as small industrial/workshop buildings, all set in an attractive rural setting. To the south of the proof yard area is a derelict 4,900 square foot building called the Diffusing Building. The SAS also used this as a training facility. This property could make a terrific grand designs type project for an entrepreneurial and visionary purchaser looking to create a magnificent residential property. Still heading south and towards the end of our tour is the engine shed, divided into 2 and let as small workshops. Probably the biggest success story at Chilmark Estates to date, these 10 small units were created in 2020 out of 2 open-sided structures. All 10 were let within 6 weeks of completion, demonstrating strong demand for smaller commercial buildings in this area. The transfer station is yet another opportunity offered at Chilmark Estates. The transfer station at 30,000 square feet is simply a much larger version of the Ham Cross units which before refurbishment looked like the transfer station does today. The building is crying out for conversion to create a range of unit sizes and add potentially £150,000 per annum to the current rent roll generated at Chilmark Estates today. For further information on Chilmark Estates or to arrange to view the property on the ground, please contact the vendor's agents, now showing on the screen.